Well, well, well. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition UT2k4 TAM League Season 16. We have winners bracket finals. Let's go. We're getting into this one absolutely, hopefully, pretty soon. The link has been dropped. Ooh, the stream is live, and we are just waiting for final pick bands for maps and everyone to join the server. I think this is going to be the server that we're going to be playing in. I see two of Hurricane Hydro Thunder Hurricane players in here warming up, shooting around, letting the guns fly. Now everyone's camping though, so we're gonna find out. No fucking idea what's going on, but these two guys aren't doing anything right now in warm up, just camping their lives away. But let me think here. Got one thing. I did want to ask, I have been messing with the audio settings a little bit. Let me know how everything sounds if anyone's in here. Trying to, just get a little bit better sound quality overall. So any feedback is appreciated while we wait. But until then, I mean, we're just stuck here. None of these nincompoops are doing anything. What is this? At least shoot some guns at each other. Holy moly. Instead, they're facing walls and doing nothing. Probably talking about team strategy right now. But as it stands, still just waiting on the last few things, but we're here, we're ready. We are ready to cast this winners bracket finals whenever it may happen. Unfortunately, I am not a stand-up comedian. I don't have the jokes. I don't have the absolutely pleasant things to say to keep you all entertained while we wait. Looks like peer-to-peer is going to be the first map, seeing as it just got voted. Which, hell yeah, that is an exciting map. Lots of action, peer-to-peer, always a good one. And later it tends to have big games there. Feel like that. Actually, I don't know. In the pick order, first pick should be H2H or HTH's Hydro Thunder Hurricanes map, correct? Pretty sure we play first seed map first, then second. So, actually, I can check that. Go for the screenshots and look at most recent match. Oh no, so it is Laterade's pick first. So, okay. It goes lower seed, higher seed, lower seed, higher seed, tiebreaker, and looks like we're going to be getting peer-to-peer right off the bat. Hell yeah. Love peer-to-peer action. Provided that's actually a correct vote and not just, somebody voting to vote nothing. Well, it looks like it's gonna be peer-to-peer unless they change servers last second. Peer-to-peer map number 1. Exciting stuff. What the? I actually don't know what this little tunnel's called. Fan tunnel? I don't know. Keg tunnel? I mean, that would make me think like back here though. Someone running around in here, right? I mean, tough spot to be. Got bio. What is... I think I could try this dodge a million times and I would not make it once. I mean, that's unfair. I would make it eventually, but my movement in 2K4 is certified cripple status. I got a couple crutches and a wheelchair trying to move around maps. So, those little bunny track tricks, I don't have them in this game. Maybe UT4 I could do some nice maneuvers, but certainly not 2K4. Not that familiar with the movement. But if anyone actually knows what this little tunnel is called, let me know. Is there actually a call out for this, or is this just mysterious guy shoots you from the air? Hidden location. UT4, yeah, I don't bother changing between Unreal Tournament and Unreal Tournament 2004 as a category. It's just Unreal Tournament. Good, you know, good luck. It gets the people going. Oh, in B1. Okay. So apparently these two guys are just in the wrong hub. Let's go. Disconnect. There we go. Well, let's find B1. Oh, that is not spectator.
3, 2.
You're all on thin ice. It's my world and you're just living in it. So it looks like maybe Entropic going to be first unless a different vote comes in, but maybe they were just running around peer-to-peer trying to learn the map before they actually have to play it, which... knowing UT4 players, peer-to-peer is not a map that they have played a lot of. I've actually made a big focus to try and play peer-to-peer more often this season just because I... past season 14 when I last played 2K4, I think my team decided to try and ban it every single round. We never let peer-to-peer through. We did not want to play it. So, I mean, we decided to focus on corrugation as the map that we would be playing more of to learn and, like, you know, get decent at. And then just leave peer-to-peer for another day. Tactical decision. Let me get in here, get the tournament wall hacks going. And, okay, well, before we go through the intro once again, although people are readying up, just gonna ask, trying some new audio settings, how does it sound? Any problems? Let me know if anything crazy happens. I mean, all mic audio type deals. You know, trying to actually make use of OBS compressors and equalizers and whatnot. Get a bit of a better sound for you guys. So let me know if it sounds good, if there's any peaking, whatnot. Feedback is welcome. But let's break it down one more time. We have UT2k4 Season 16 TAM League hosted by UFC Unreal Fight Club. And we have the winners bracket finals matchup for you today. Best of 5 between the number 1 seed Hydro, Thunder, Hurricane, and number 2 seed, the Brimstones. Hydro, Thunder, Hurricane, captained by Lavak, and the Brimstones, captained by the Gatorade man himself, Mr. Laterade. And we've got, I mean, the chat is already saying it. Hydro cannot be allowed to win his debut 2K4 season. That 100%. We don't want Hydro to win his inaugural 2K4 season. I came close, was eliminated in semifinals, so let's have Hydro get eliminated in semis too, you know, just for the fun of it all. But a wicked first ban. What was the first ban? Looks like Waston, there was a plan, my guess from later aid, to pick Waston, and apparently somebody let Levac in on the secret, and the ban came out. Scouting is key, and we have the final countdown. We're going to be starting off our winners bracket best of 5 finals here on Entropic between HTH, Hydro Thunder Hurricane, and the Brimstones, and we'll go right on board later. The man is $1,000. He's going to get camera round number 1. Can he make something happen on Entropic? Kind of playing a little bit passively here. I'm used to seeing later taking a lot of space, but he is looking for people. Comes around a corner with shock out. I'm used to seeing him coming around a corner, Tri-Rocks loaded, and just eliminating someone. Maybe didn't have as good of a read on that one that time, but does get Hydra with a nice LG. He gets the double kill, sick combo. And the health bars on HTH have been melting. Later Aid, Raffle, and Sacred still alive. And now it is just Levac in the 1 versus 3 as he's taking shots from the side, from the back, from the front. Shots everywhere. But still alive, 95 HP, getting linked from behind. And the green shaft of Later Aid, 5 HP on Levac. Levac trying to survive. He's got big damage out, but the miniguns come out. The damage comes in, and round number 1 goes to the Brimstones, and we'll go on board Levac. Let's see how he loads into this one as round number, well, start of the round for him. Can he get his team around back here? That's going to be what we're looking for right now. And I mean, Levac getting what looks to be a good flank, but runs into 2. Decent combo. Raffle goes down. 3 versus 3. Levac 8 HP, trying to survive, just jumps right into Later Aid's LG, and Later Aid getting, or Dem getting another kill, and 2-0 already on the board. Later Aid 7 PR. Well, crazy start for him. Let's go on board Raffle. You're gonna get this round here. Raffle just pushing up top, trying to get top control for his team, and ends up going down. And now Later Aid shooting at Hydro. And Later Aid's 1v4 and not able to win a third round for his team. HTH able to get a round back. And let's go on board with Dem, round number 4. And I mean, we'll see. Dem getting the kill onto Levac. And now Later Aid looking for shots. It is a 2 versus 2. And Later Aid now 1 versus 2 as his team goes down. One second. And oops, switched off a Later Aid. Did not mean to do that. And here we go. Later Aid, I mean, 55. If he can get, well, he found the healthy player right now and goes down. Rockets out of Benjamin Larold, taken down Later Aid, and 2-2 already. Actually, let's try and find. Looks like, well, not this round, as trying to fight for top. Somehow still alive with 6 HP. Finally eats a core. Larry drops. And now looks like Buddy was up top. And all of a sudden, that was a quick change into a 1 versus 3. And Levac goes down. Fighting for top. They lost the battle hard. Ends up dropping. And let's go. Okay. Everyone's favorite rockstar infused gamer going up top, fighting for top control. Looks like HTH has managed to get top control, but kind of tentative. Not really trying to push the corner and push out, but Hydro, 135. Great shock. Combo completely missing right into Laterade's flat cannon. And now Radical Larry, the man once called Radical Larry, shield gun out, getting some good survival, but now has two people in his face, getting linked down, hits a big damage, but Laterade's link gun, the green shaft of late, lemon lime flavored, ends up taking down Benjamin Lerald, and who's now going to jump right in front of a bunch of people, eat a bunch of shock beams, and he's trapped in a corner and ends up dropping. And let's go. Hydro's got a good flank here, but can he continue? Not. He's going to back off instead and kind of looking for some damage. Is with a teammate here, but not going to land any shots, but lands a nice rocket. 135, lands an LG, ends up dropping, and just too many people swarming around, and 5-2. And if Hydro Thunder Hurricane doesn't make some sort of comeback here quickly, this is going to be over pretty soon. Haven't seen Buddy yet. Man, some of these long names, hard to read and make sure I'm spectating the right person. But Buddy getting a nice 90 damage and now runs right into somebody else at ramp. But going to back off. It's still a 3 versus 4 in favor of Brimstones. But Buddy getting a kill, but finding Raffle, or Sacred in his face, gets Dem. And all of a sudden, what was a 3 versus 2 is now a 1 versus 2 with Laterade on 10 HP, and some damage comes out. Buddy goes down. 1 versus 1, and the HP total might as well be meaningless because both these guys will pretty much die to an absolute stiff breeze. A very close one here. Laterade, he just turned away from the corner. Last second, Lavak takes the round and gets his team back to a 2-round deficit. We'll go on board. He's got, he's not even the highest on his team currently, Buddy. But Lavak getting a nice 135 shock taps to start this round off. Just trying to land some damage. And so far, he's getting some good angles, but just not connecting as much as he'd probably like to. But it is down to just Raffle, his team hitting enough shots, and Raffle almost turns a corner directly into a core. But instead, just dies, and there we go. 4-5. Laterade on 4.7. I mean, we've got to go on board, find Mr. Laterade. Currently lapping the server in terms of PPR. Absolutely fantastic performance. I mean, kind of what we've come to expect out of the Mr. $1,000 TAM player, especially when some of the old $1,000 players aren't really running around as much as they used to. Their walkers are not equipped for all-terrain. They're trapped in the nursing home. But later it goes down, and all of a sudden it went from a 5-2. It is now 5-5, fighting back with pretty much almost everybody scoring pretty well. I mean, Laterade, clear favorite on his team, but everyone else on HTH, pretty balanced performances, and that's kind of been how they've been able to make it back in this one. Laterade trying, he's going to have to make some crazy things happen. Now, once again, 1 versus 3. I mean, the rounds, it's just not been going Brimstone's way the past. They've lost now 4 in a row, 6-5. And, I mean, it's been rough. Brimstone's kind of fading. We'll stick on Laterade and then watch some of... it's so hard to say Hydro Thunder Hurricane. It sounds like Lavak's like Milsim LARPing or something. Private Lavak remembering his military days. And I mean, 2v2, Larry and Hydro against Dem and Raffle, 2k4 versus non-2k4. Although my guess is Larry's played more 2k4 in the past 2 years than he's probably ever played UT4, so at this point, just seems like a 2k4 player. But another round going the way of Hydro Thunder Hurricane. They take another one. And we're going to go on board Levac. How is he getting... Nice. Again, Levac just starting the round, getting damage out. Yeah, just 90 might not seem like a lot. You're not blowing somebody up, but you're getting the damage out and helping your team. If Levac had stayed on that combo, he would have absolutely eliminated that guy, whoever was flanking, but instead able to get still a little bit of damage on. And now it is a 2. Levac finally goes down. It was a 2 versus 4. Now is a 2 versus 2. Laterade seems to be hitting this round, trying to bring his team back. And let's go. I mean, Ben, 1 versus 2 is doable. Raffle very low. Raffle and Laterade fighting together. Raffle goes down. Now, Mr. Benjamin Laryl dies to a beam, however. Very weak. Laterade still 125. Very healthy. I mean, it's almost a headshot. Get the LG out and hope you hit. But Laterade guessed the location correctly, or heard, can't tell, and able to get the kill, and he's bringing it back. 4.4 PPR, clearing the next in the server by 1.4. Absolutely fantastic performance, and gets a nice kill or an assist there. And now looking, drops down to low, does link up with a teammate, but then decides to move about the map again, get a flank position, and could get a big damage out here, but unfortunately no one there, just turning the corner before he could make an impact or get the flank off. And now it's a 2 versus 4. He's disconnected from his teammate, able to get the kill, re-frag onto Buddy, but 1 versus 3. Laterade's still very healthy, though. Very doable. Levac and Larry both die to pretty much anything. And there goes Levac. Can he get Larry and make this a 1 versus 1? He gets Hydro instead. 5 HP to 70. He does die to an LG. Needs to try and look for any health bubble. If he can get a pickup, he can survive. But it seems like Larry is also in the same boat. He is crouch walking. This man is crouch walking in low water. Laterade finds the health bubble, gets above an LG, can't get headshot. That's the only thing he will die to. He's going to go pick up another one now, and just looking for Larry. He's got the health advantage now, and Larry is running. I mean, he's got to... Well, I shouldn't say running, because he is, in fact, crouch walking still. Decided to turn around there, but now he's doing a little jig. We can see him through the walls. Just crouched there. Viet Cong Larold is on the case, looking for the... You know, I mean, he's looking for whatever he can get. 15 HP, though, isn't a lot. And now Laterade catches sight of Larry, gets the Dark Horse, ties this match 1 up at 7 rounds apiece. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We're going to stick right on board. Don't touch the keyboard. Don't touch the keys. Don't touch the camera. Mr. Dark Horse getting a nice flank off. Gets a bunch of damage. Levac goes down. Levac sound not on, apparently, as Laterade just loads up rockets behind him for free. And, I mean, Laterade's still alive. He's taken a lot of damage. Finally goes down, but he has given his team more than a chance in this round. 1 versus 2. Buddy looking for the damage, unable to get it. I think the rocket hit the shield, and 95 HP jumping in, getting the core out. Shield comes out, and Buddy goes down, and all of a sudden the lead back in favor of the Brimstones. Laterade, Dark Horse spurring his team to action. I mean, let's be honest, plus a good chunk of damage early round before dying. But early death, and looks like Hydro Thunder Hurricane likely to tie this one up, as already very low HP bars on the side of Brimstones, and there are a couple very healthy players on Hydro Thunder Hurricane. They tied up 8 apiece, best of 3 to determine who is taking this. We'll go on board once more. I mean, Laterade is clearing the server PPR-wise. We're going to have to see how his early rounds are going. Staying alive kind of gets a position here. Gonna go up the stairs, and it looks like gets a nice flank, but not as much damage as we would have hoped for, but does almost kill, takes down Larry. Minigun comes out, another one dies, and the first round of the best of 3 goes to the Brimstones. Laterade 4.7. We're going to stick right on board. Hydro Thunder Hurricane needs this round now in order to not lose map number 1. And they do not start off well as they drop the first player. Later Age Rocket's not quite connecting. Does get a lot of damage. Follows it up with a nice LG. Buddy goes down. And all of a sudden, Larry, the last one alive, but he can't even make it for the time that I can switch the camera to him. He goes down, and a 10-8 map number 1 victory on Entropic over to the Brimstones as they take down Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Lavok 3.3 PPR, but I mean the rest of his team, Hydro the only one kind of lagging down there at 2. 2.6 from Buddy, 2.8 from Larry. Those are both solid performances from those guys. Lavok maybe a little bit below where we would normally expect him to be. But I mean, Later Aid did the work that he's been doing all season long, carrying Sacred, Raffle, and Dem. I mean, they're providing what Later Aid needs. Something, whatever they're doing, it's working clearly for their team. They're in winners finals with all those guys sitting around, usually around 2 PPR. So, I mean, Later Aid's really strong, and their teamwork is probably very, very good. No shame in having a 2 PPR if you are feeding your absolute horse. I mean, if you're given the comms that are effectively the horse steroids to your Kentucky Derby thoroughbred, that's all you need. Let me quickly update the map score and then get the next set of tournament wall hacks going for spectator mode. And once again, any feedback on any audio hiccups are appreciated if there are any. Just because I am testing some new settings, hopefully to get a little bit of a more consistent mic quality 8, 7, across volume 6, ranges.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Again, but we are going to get into map 2 here. Hydro Thunder Hurricane does not want to go down 2 maps to 0. They need to make something happen here. But later it starts off with a headshot, and Benjamin Larold just disintegrates, as does whoever that was. Clearly, it was Lavok, as it's Buddy and Hydro last alive. And it looks like Hydro is trapped in a corner. That is not the closet, but all of a sudden, it is just Buddy, and he has got people in his face going down. And early lead already to the Brimstones. And let's just go on board. We actually have not seen a round yet from... Oh, God, I missed him. So we'll look at them here. I don't think we got a round with Sacred in map number 1. Later, taping Larry and then getting a good amount of damage onto Lavok. Lavok now in a corner.
Blue team increases their lead.
And gonna go down 2-0. Now let's find Mr. Sacred. Give him a round as he's kind of looking at nothing to start this round. The combo's not going to connect on anything. Not that he connected the combo to begin with. And the 2 players on Brimstones getting trapped going up the lift. And tragic action for them, both going down. And
red team scores.
There is a round. That was a absolutely fast one as Hydro Thunder Hurricane just rolled over. Let's go back on board with, I guess, the namesake, Mr. Hydro. This is like 2 teams that he's had named after him now. Man's the mascot of Unreal Tournament somehow. And, like, what just... Hydro must have died, and auto cam took over. But I mean, these are some fast rounds. let's get on board with Levac. I mean, these rounds are ending in the blink of an eye. Don't have any time to really adjust, figure out who's last alive, what the health states are, and who's winning. Is I guess it's just one massive fight for top lift control. I mean, it is structured, small map, very aggressive, and Levac just hammers up right in front of somebody and somehow doesn't really get punished. Maybe because they're down a few players, but Laterade versus Levac here. Laterade getting the better of that one, but getting minigunned down and gets LG'd to death. And there we go, 3-2. Brimstones still with the round lead, but it is getting closer. Levac feels like it's prime, misses the combo. That could have been a huge one. Levac just unable to connect, and now he's gonna be able to hit these shock tapes though, as putting out damage. Gets a lot out and still somehow alive. Gets around the corner. Laterade unable to really trade shots back, and now Levac just looking for Laterade, and Laterade goes down. Hydro hitting the shot, I believe, making himself useful. And so far, I mean, let's go back on board. Early on, we've already been with, let's go with Raffle here. Kind of looking, not really finding anything. He's going to walk right into somebody, and Larry goes down. If he'd had a flak or some rockets out there, could have immediately eviscerated him, but instead just hits the shots anyways and puts Buddy in a rough spot here. I mean, it is winnable. Raffle and Laterade both somewhat low, but opening shots. Was that did he have shield gun out? Was able to survive, but able to take down Raffle, but shield gun comes out, get pancake damage, but not enough to kill, and ends up dropping afterwards. Buddy down. 4-3 Brimstones. And let's go back on board Laterade. He just gets evaporated to start this round off, and it's already tragic. Here on Hydro Thunder Hurricane, we're with Larry now, and he's got a shooting gallery down to grass, playing with a teammate, but his teammate's kind of in a pinched down below in the connecting like little hallway there, and Larry missing the dodge jump. They note the shots were coming from behind you. They were coming from inside the house, and you look towards the lift. Come on. Shield gun out, gets the HP pack, and just shield gunning, trying to stay alive, does, I mean, trying to provide an opening for Levac, but Levac hits the headshot, takes down Dem. What a shot. Should have been on Levac, but Dem just didn't connect. Levac did, and Levac gets his team tied up. And I mean, now moving around, and it looks like currently Brimstones not having a good thing. Great instincts out of Levac. Does get a flank, but doesn't seem to connect, and is instead getting shot himself. And what looked like a good start for Hydro Thunder Hurricane went absolutely sideways on them, and Hydro failing the hammer jump. That's what we came here to see, folks. Love Hydro failing hammer jumps. Gonna a little bit almost fail to go up the lift. Find somebody. Rockets don't connect on either player. And Hydro able to land the LG, but tries to Stombo. Doesn't work out for him. And 6-4 victory. Brimstones getting another round on the board. And, I mean, let's go. Levac fighting Laterade and trading a lot of damage, but Laterade getting the final say, hitting the LG first. And now Larry trying to just survive. His entire team has abandoned him to the death realm, and Larry has joined them 7-4. And if Hydro Thunder Hurricane doesn't get a move on, they are in danger of losing map number 2, and that would not be good for them. Later, trying to get up top, shooting the rockets, trying to cover his angle. 50 HP, and this round, I mean, there's still low health bars on Laterade and Dem. Make that just Laterade. Decent health bar on Raffle, but Levac and Larry both still alive. Larry pretty hurt though. Levac, or not Levac, Laterade trying to survive and hits a headshot. Larry goes down. Levac got evaporated, and Brimstones takes a commanding 8-4 lead on map number 2. And I mean, we're gonna stick right on board. He's hitting some good shots. The rocket's not hitting. The lag coming through from the lift probably giving everyone a seizure. Hammer jumps up. Laterade in a good spot, gets some damage out, looking for whatever he can. Shield gun comes out and hits another headshot. Remove headshots, please. Won't somebody think of the children? And Laterade just pumping out damage this round. Absolutely fantastic performance. And now it is just on Hydro with 6 HP. Literally anything. And the green shaft of Laterade takes him down. I mean, they've got 6 or 5 rounds to work with now. I mean, Brimstones and Levac already going down. It looks like they're just not able to really contest for top control effectively. As it just seems like Levac might be one of the few going up there. And down goes, I mean, it's Hydro. Hydro is his entire team's map live, and what a huge double kill out of Hydro. And Hydro can take Laterade down with literally anything. I mean, we thought Hydro was dead in the water, literally in the water. It gets a double kill, and now has given himself a good chance. Just needs to avoid a headshot, avoid any sort of like free damage out of Laterade. Jumps down. Hydro, he needs to hit anything. Hit a shot, Hydro. You had an entire player's worth of health bar, and Laterade clutches it up. Hydro gives away free damage, chokes it at the death. I mean, let's be honest. It was still going to be really hard for them to come back. They still would have needed 5 rounds in a row. But, jeez, oh man. Hydro. I mean, what are we going to say? Laterade 4.3. Levac seeming like he's having a bit of a down performance. Only a 3.0 PPR. He needs to be 3.5. I mean, he was number 2 all season long PPR totals. So if he's not playing up there at that level, Laterade is going to carry Brimstones to the grand finals, or at least grand winners bracket grand finals, because they could technically lose a set and then win a second one and still win. So I mean, these teams are playing for the advantage in grand finals. And gonna be important to get that. I mean, at this point, it's do or die time for Hydro Thunder Hurricane. They need to win this one I mean, they need a reverse sweep at this point. They've got to go straight for win. Elucidation, Signify, and peer-to-peer. Otherwise, they are knocked down to the lower bracket final. And we have the final countdown to map number 3.
6,
Brimstones
5,
ahead. And
4,
actually, while I
3,
remember...
2, 1.
And, I mean, we're going to go back on board. Laterade, what can I say? The man carried his team to 2 straight map victories with 4+ PPR performances. Do or die time. Hydro Thunder Hurricane needs to reverse sweep. And maybe a big part of what helped them is that maybe they just weren't up against a very experienced cerebral player in a lot of the other matchups, and that they were able to win them. Because it does feel like Laterade is kind of able to get what he wants in this match. I mean, it's going to be hard for anyone to stop him from just doing, you know, Laterade things, but maybe it's just like this matchup of these two teams is a bad one for Hydro Thunder Hurricane. They would have rather faced anybody else. I mean, they did soundly 3-0 remove headshots earlier in the season. So maybe that's just who they would do better against. But Hydra going down, Laterade getting his team to a 1-1. And let's go. I mean, everyone wants to see Hydro. Let's be real here. We all want to see this man play this game. Gets a good chip damage combo. Nice UT4 min damage almost there. 48, just a little bit above. But Hydro now stuck low shock with a teammate, but they're able to get the kills. And Raffle last alive. Bunch of really big health bars on Hydro Thunder Hurricane. And yeah, the link gun comes out. Shock comes from behind.
Red team
Rockets do too. Everything. And there it is, 2-1. And Levac seemingly coming alive here when his team needs him. He's got to hit some more shots, more damage. And he is making the Matrix Pillar his own. Getting just so much damage out, but ends up going down to a shot from the back. Stayed in one place too long on a small map. Got surrounded. And let's see if Benjamin Larold can even the score. And nice 135 tape. Unable to hit the LG. And 2 versus 2, but Hydro Thunder Hurricanes players both healthy, but Laterade is still alive. And Sacred getting some good damage out. Ends up dropping. Laterade now 80 takes down Buddy. 1v1 Hydro Laterade. We saw how this went last time. Hydro had about a bajillion HP. And a draw. Hydro just says, I'm taking you out with me. And boom. Down goes both of them. Tie score. We repeat the process. And hey, like, there we go. I mean, Hydro doesn't give up another round to Laterade. That's one way to do it. But this round so far, Laterade surviving. Just rockets in his face. The tiniest of margins. He's just avoiding damage. Staying alive. The BGs would be proud. But it's a 4 versus 2. They're trapped in the corner at glass. And now Laterade, he's got to run for his life. He's got to get the moves on. And Levac fires his rocket prematurely, and Laterade able to get some big damage out. Nice shots, good at shooting techs, getting some damage. Flak ball kind of connects a little bit of damage, gets some pancake damage, but takes some more. Down to 24, and the spam guns are out. Minigun comes through, and that is round number 3. Down in the, I mean, just right straight hitting, and here we go. This game is beginning. Dem, can he help? He's currently last place on his team, 1.2 PPR. Tragic performance from him today. Needs to be the 3.0 PPR Dem, not the 1.3 PPR Dem. And another round of 1.3 PPR Dem. And now Sacred getting some good shots off here. And eating some rocket, ends up dropping. And now Laterade running for his life. Hits a huge flak ball. Gives himself a chance. One player still at 119. Takes out Levac. Can he find Buddy and then give himself an isolated 1v1 against Larry? Cannot connect and just falls down. I don't think he wanted to fall down there. Going down that ramp just right in front of somebody. Could have been a death sentence. And Larry doesn't miss the shot. 4-1 as Hydro Thunder Hurricane making a comeback. We need to be on somebody else. Let's go on board Buddy. He's going to kind of back off. I mean, we'll go somebody else. Levac here fighting too. Trying to stay alive, has the shield out, does go down. And now Larry fighting on, once again, somebody else. Can't see, the name tag's too small. Can't read, I'm old. And now it is just Buddy, and Minigun comes out of Laterade. Smart play out of Laterade, takes down Buddy, and puts his team down 2 rounds. Already been on Hydro, we've been on a bunch of these people. Who have we not been on? Raffle. I haven't seen Raffle in a minute. Let's take some peeks and shoot. And Levac just runs into 3 people, and somebody else is right there. Can't see who that is. I think it's Larry, or not Larry. Buddy maybe. Hard for me to tell sometimes. But Larry last alive, and just he's in it. He's in the corner. Miniguns are out. Larry's down, and 4-3. Mini comeback starting. And that is music to Brimstone's ears. Buddy landing 135 to start with Sacred. Very low. Sacred gets splash damage. 2 splash damage LGs on Sacred. The man took a full LG from 2 shots. I mean, that's the headshots evening out, right? 140, big combo. Down goes Don't see who died last, but 5-3, staunching the bleeding. And, I mean, this is what they need. Oh, good combo out of Lavok. 72 free damage. Needs to play some more trials, though. Fails the dodge. Maybe he intended to do it, but I don't think so. He was definitely trying to get up there. Party at the shock rifle, though. Lavok still trying and finally makes it up. And later, Sacred was just absolutely plus Wing like a boosted monkey and ends up dying for it. And there, later had taken down Hydro, putting himself into a 1 versus 3, missing the shot, instant counter from, I believe that was Lavok, taken down Laterade, putting his team up 6-3. And when his team needed him the most, Lavok has appeared. Comes out of the iceberg like the Avatar and starts airbending his shots into Brimstones. Just, okay. Man's having a great round again. 4+ PPR. Apparently, Elucidation is the map that Lavok likes. Hits a nice combo and puts his team into a great situation. I mean, we're just going to preemptively... Well, later it didn't even make it, and Sacred doesn't make it much further either. And there it goes. I mean, 7-3. I mean... Hydro Thunder Hurricane looking like a completely different team from the first 2 maps. Whoever picked Structured for them, that was definitely not the choice. But does not matter.
Red team
they're just winning rounds. 8-3. Absolutely fantastic performance so far. I mean, Lavok has 4.4 PPR. He's crushing it. I mean, we're not moving. No, don't touch the camera. Absolutely want to see Lavok shoot more shots, do more damage. And I mean, he's just playing ramps. I feel like whenever I'm in ramps like that, like Lavok just was, just instant death. No survivability. I mean, I feel like ramps is the worst room on this map to actually be in. So the fact that he's still alive at all, impressive to me. Gets a 3 flank. He's on a rampage. The man is on a rampage. I mean, we're going to stick with him until later he gets a kill here. I mean, what was the sniper shot? Jesus. Later he goes down. Lavok on a rampage. Crushing it. Let's go. Lavok putting the team on his back against one of the hottest hitting safeties in the league. Laterade. As practice says, fuck you, Skarn. But let's go. Dem goes down. Lavok absolutely, like, madmaning it up. Turns, shoots a core, watching his own 6. I mean, Link Gun comes out. Lavok goes down. And Larry likely to follow unless we see the craziest Dark Horse. This is doable. All of them die to an LG. The core does not do enough, and the flank comes in soon enough. Raffle hits his shot, 9-4. And, I mean, I just switched off of Mr. Lavok. Get back. Get back. Lavok taking some shots from the side or around or at the start of the round, something. But hitting some nice preemptive shocks there. Pre-firing the corner. Figured that somebody would be around it. Combo's coming out. This could be huge. A 177 combo. And somehow Lavok's still alive, gets a bunch of damage, did a bunch, but his team just not up to the challenge this round. Brimstone's able to hit another one. 9-5. 1 round better than Structured was. Can Laterade help lead the comeback here? Playing some games around the pipes in Matrix, but already his team dropping a player, but Buddy, like, so few HP, and Larry just jumps in and decides, I'm going to eat damage. It's like he's eating his bowl of a cereal for Brenner. Multi-kill out of Laterade. What a madman. Absolute. I mean, comeback alert is on. Full force. 100%. Laterade I need to check the scoreboard, see what his PPR actually is, but I mean, I'm assuming it's high. And I mean, they're just holding glass here, holding hands at glass, but ends up taking down Levac. The call came out, Levac was low, but Dem is 41 HP and two very healthy players, but Laterade is still alive. Anything can happen. 1 versus 2. Can Laterade clutch it up? He gets stuck in the wall and takes some free damage. That is exactly what the Hydro Thunder Hurricane team hoped would happen, and it did. And a 10-6 victory. Hydro Thunder Hurricane stays alive in the winners bracket finals, sends us to a map 4 where we will be playing Signify, everyone's favorite map. We will see you at Statues and Bio. Everyone else, everywhere else on the map does not matter. Statues, Bio, New Room. Let's go. Be there or be a bunch of square maps. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Hit the mic. Now I gotta reposition myself. Buddy restroom. Let's go. Oh man, I do feel like best of threes are the best casting experience. By map 4, voice starts getting a little bit tired. Just you can just feel it in the back. It's a bit more than you're used to. But I mean, there's nothing beats playoff best of 5s though. From a spectator excitement standpoint, as long as it's not like a clean dominating 3-0 and it's a close series or at least close maps, like, best of 5s by far the best. And we are about to get into map number 4. Hydro Thunder Hurricane back against the wall. Go time is now time. And they need every last round they can get. 2 more maps. They have to try and win both of them. Otherwise, Brimstones advancing to the grand finals. And, I mean, starts off not well for Hydro Thunder Hurricane as they lose the first player, and Levac is engaged in a battle at Shock Stairs that, I mean, both players end up losing those battles usually. but the man advantage in the way of Brimstones, and Buddy just getting absolutely trying to hammer up, doesn't have the time or the angle, goes down, and Brimstone's taking round number 1. Raffle having a great round number 1. Let's see if he can keep that up round number 2. Shooting the rockets across the chandelier over to statues. And it looks like Lavak eating a bunch of damage early, but so is Laterade and Sacred. And, I mean, somebody's camping over by New Room. Raffle able to not get shot in the back there, but Brimstone's just losing players left and right now. Total of 23 HP. And they don't even make it 1 second. I can barely add it up by the time and get it out of the mouth before they both die. Let's go on board Dem, the person no one wants to see win back-to-back-to-back titles, apparently. Didn't even know he was a back-to-back champ at this point. But, okay, he's looking for it. And he's fighting, I think, Lavak in the maze. And, I mean, 135 in a trade, not the worst if you can get it onto a player like Lavak. You never want to die, and you never want to, like, lose your life. But, I mean, if you can at least get a lot of damage out on the main carry for the other team, good things will happen. Looking like Laterade's going to be probably last alive. Yep, 1v2. Lavak, 25 HP, somehow still alive. He was down at 40 or something after his fight with Dem at Maze. And he's somehow still alive. And now Laterade gets hit with a camping warning. Is he going to take damage here? Needs to move quickly. Gets Lavak. Great shot. But Buddy, what, almost 200 HP. And, I mean, move to the New Room. Get to the health pack. There is one there. Picks it up. Gets himself. I mean, it's above an LG. Not comfortable. Headshot still kills. But, and he needs, the combo's going to miss, though. Buddy unable to connect. And Laterade just dancing, trying to stay alive and hit his shots. Goes up to top water. Does Buddy hear him? Does Buddy know he's there? Does now. Hits the LG. 12 HP. Laterade very hurt. Is Buddy going to pull out Mini? They don't know how low he is. Flak ball comes out, almost directly hits Laterade in the face. And the LG as Laterade maybe panic dodges as fast as he can all out of the way of that flak ball. Just floats through the air for Buddy to pop out of it. And, I mean, let's go. Head glitching. Mofo gets LG to start. Gets another LG. Whoever's at statues, run for your life. Laterade is coming. And Larry doesn't leave fast enough. And a nice rocket falls to another LG. I mean, this man has 20 HP left. And I still think he's going to get out another 200 damage. He's gotten so much done so far. Hits another LG. He's 20 HP. And Buddy last alive. Moving down bridge as fast as he can. Dem is headshotable. This is still winnable, but gonna be tough. LG misses. Buddy going for the HP pack back haul, and Rocket's coming out, just expecting to see him at bio. He's gonna turn a corner, and he's gonna look. I mean, feel like he's about to get head glitched from statues. Both these players probably listening right now. I just realized I don't have the wall hacks on. We should fix that. But we'll, and Laterade gets the clutch, hits the shot, takes down Buddy, and tied up 2 rounds apiece. Sorry, got myself out of the flow state there, trying to think about the things I could fix, aka wall hacks. But I mean, now Raffle at statues, and it looks like so far the battle at statues where Brimstones has just holed up this entire round is not gone too well for them. Laterade last alive. He's just getting linked down, goes down, and third round on the board. And with, I mean, that round never looked comfortable from Brimstones. They were just stuck at statues, but not really getting any damage out, just taking damage. And Larry, great, well, turns a little bit too much on the shield and still eats the huge combo. And Hydro, last one alive, full HP, but all 4 members gets them. Can he get another one? He needs another big rocket double kill, something like that, but too many bodies right in front of him. Hydro goes down, and we are tied up 3 apiece. Lavak, Raffle, 3.3 PPR. Somebody just got absolutely blasted. I think it was Larry. And Rocket's coming in, and Laterade, I believe that was Laterade in the back hall, gets a double kill. Yeah, Laterade does indeed get the double kill, comes flying in from Bio with Rockets, but ends up going down, and ultimately, despite a nice double kill out of Laterade, the rest of his team looked like they were crumbling that round as Brimstones able to take it. Lavak, 4.1 PPR, will go back on board. And just, I mean, Lavak just, he after the first 2 maps decided enough is enough. I'm going to play like the 4 PPR player I've been so far this tournament and just man mode it. And it's what his team's needed. And meanwhile, Lavak now finds himself in a 1-3, needs to man mode, takes care of Raffle. Can he get the second one? Gets Jugs, aka Sacred, and puts himself 1v1 against Laterade. Can he hit the key shots? Laterade does survive an LG. The first LG from Lavak does not hit. Laterade going up to the new room. LG from Lavak doesn't quite find the angle. Shield gun out. Shield gun looking, doesn't block all the damage. Lavak hits the LG. 70. Both players die to an LG now. Lavak needs to try and look for any sort of HP if he can get it. Is it going to be there? Laterade's going to check. No. The HP is there now. Lavak gets it. He now survives an LG, but he doesn't survive a combo. Well, I mean, he could survive a combo. Combo has variable damage, but he... and he gets the shot. Lavak gets the Dark Horse, puts his team ahead 5-3 later. It gives him the props. The flowers have been received. And what an absolute... I mean, what a round out of Lavak. Did what his team needed. We just said he was man-moding it, and he did. Hits. Spiral rockets are a disease. Change my mind. It's like pixel cores in UT4. Like, I can just launch these spiral tri-rockets through the smallest gap. If any of you have seen Taskmaster, the smallest gap, you know, pretty small. Get it? Later it goes down though. Lavak hitting a great shot, and I mean 2 versus, well, make that a 1 versus 2. Buddy goes down. Always got to remember with these aliases who everyone is. Jeez, just use your names. It's not hard. Lavak in another clutch situation needs. I mean, he needs whatever he can get. I mean, his team, if he wins this, it's 6-3. That's a doubling up the enemy is a huge like mental boost. But Lavak just falls right into a crossfire. Needs to try and stay alive. Can't do it. Raffle, great push. Dem and Raffle, fantastic teamwork, and gives their team a little bit more life. 5-4. 6-3 is a much rougher scoreline on the eyesight than 5-4. 100%. And nice LG. Just check the scores quickly. I mean, Lavak and Laterade are neck and neck right now. And Lavak, come on, dude. He's made like 3 shots through the chandelier and now faces, can't tell who that is, but somebody almost eats a direct rocket. Dem then eats a death. And, I mean, Laterade against Lavak, and the health pack just...
Red team increases.
I mean, Laterade had the shield, was pushing in, but I think he knew that that one was probably over. Lavak gets the health right in front of him, and then just switches to Link immediately. And he just hits another shot. He missed the guy right next to him. Somebody was right behind him, gets a lot of damage. Whoever was camping there, Lavak just missed him. Eyesight on something else, but Laterade ends up dropping aggressive placement. I did not think that was Laterade just hiding in low maze like that. Almost gets Lavak, but just, I don't think even he expected Lavak not to be looking at him. But now Raffle last alive, and yeah, just gets linked down. 7-4. Even though Lavak lost that 1v2, it does not look like that has slowed Hydro, Thunder, Hurricane at all. That name is terrible, by the way. Like, It's such a mouthful to say. Hydro Thunder. Yeah, it's not easy. Not easy. But Hydro Thunder Hurricane. I mean, they're just cleaning up here. Later Aid, last alive. 1 versus 4. And gets a double kill. This is very winnable. Levok, 8 HP. Or infinity if you turned it sideways. But the high HP target that was Hydro has lost almost all of his HP, and Levok goes down. Later Aid is in danger of, and he does. He completes the 1v4 Dark Horse and puts his team at a 2-round disadvantage. Hell yeah, Later Aid. That's what we want to see. Great round out of Later Aid. Absolutely smoking. I mean, these two guys are just trading body blow after body blow. Levok and Later Aid, battle of the L's. Don't hear that too often, and it being a good thing. But Later Aid missing the flak there, though. But LG's off, too. I mean, I swear, this guy, like, just hits 8 straight shots, and then he'll miss 8 straight. And it ends up going down. Levok gets the kill. Raffle and Dem. Never mind, just Dem. 1v3. Bunch of healthy players. I mean, not healthy, but healthy. Healthier than him, definitely, since he's now dead. We'll go back on board Later Aid, and he's... I want to say him and Levok were just trading those chandelier shots there. 'Cause that's just what makes more sense, in my opinion. And Later Aid goes down, trying to push Levok at statues. Statues camp in full effect here. And Sacred getting linked down, getting rocketed down. Has some help from a teammate. But it is just Buddy left. Buddy ends up dropping. And 8-6. I mean... Find Levok again. Brimstones is not going quietly. They are trying to win it 3-1. I do think that I think it's important for Hydro Thunder Hurricane's mental to win like this round here and put them on map point with 3 to spare. Like, I don't think they want to go down to like a 1 round, and it doesn't look like they're going to, as Dem last alive and does get some damage out with the minigun. Just merciless. 9-6, and we are 1 round away from Hydro Thunder Hurricane taking us to a map 5 in this winners bracket finals. Let's go. Come on. I mean, I don't usually try and root for one team too much here, but I want Hydro Thunder Hurricane to send us to a map 5 because everybody loves seeing map 5s. Come on. But Levok, aggressive push onto Later Aid. Hydro landing some nice shots, but ends up going down. Raffle and Sacred against Larry and Buddy. I kind of feel like Larry and Buddy are more likely, and they do indeed take it 10-6. Hydro Thunder Hurricane sends us to a map number 5. Reverse sweep alert. Tell your friends. Get everybody in here. Let's go. Hydro Thunder Hurricane, what a performance. Levok, 4.5 PPR. Absolutely fantastic stuff from him. Later Aid, down performance for him, 4.2 PPR. He's in red numbers there. Raffle actually playing a great second fiddle. Just Dem and Sacred just had some stinkers. Didn't look like they were being that productive. Low damage, too. Very low damage. Hats off. Let's go. Let's go. Hydro Thunder Hurricane. I do in fact think that I do in fact think that peer-to-peer is a great map for Brimstones. Later Age is just fantastic at it. Really, really oppressive. Which probably is what his team needs. Like they need Later Aid to be a big player. Well, I mean, he's kind of carrying them like really hard. I mean, that's kind of what you'd expect. That's what, you know, the 950 plus players are kind of signing up for, but it should be Lavak, because he is the 1 seed. Oh, before I forget.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1.
All right, everybody. Map number 5. This is for all the marbles. No do or die time for both teams. No more mistakes allowed. You have to win and you stay in. Lose and, well, you just drop to the loser's bracket. But you do not want to be in the loser's bracket. You will have to win 2 best of 5s if you make it out in order to claim the title. So do not put yourself in that situation if you can avoid it. And so far, Later Aid 1v4. His team is not helping him out. Later Aid goes down. Round number 1 going the way of Hydro, Thunder, Hurricane, and Lavak starting off strong. Landing more LGs. Shock tape coming in. 180. Sacred just absolutely evaporates, but Lavak also gets evaporated. Somebody hiding in the rafters. And Later Aid ends up taking down Buddy, and Hydro last alive. It is, I mean, and now pushing every direction. Hydro, great instincts. It does get around. Can't hit the combo. Has chances to get these kills, but he's just not quite connecting. And, I mean, Later Aid's going to come up to the left right here. Surely, surely. And the Hammer's out shield gun to try and hold for his teammate repositioning. Great teamwork use. Hydro's actually very healthy. Dem is the player who can survive the LG. And Hydro looking to try and get something done. Misses Dem. Needed the shot. Just not quite connecting. And, I mean, now Later Aid is to his... I mean, you've got to know. Hits the shot onto Dem. Can he hit the next one? Gets around. Gets damage out onto Later Aid, too. Hydro in very good shape here. Can win. Just needs to hit shots. And missing Later Aid. Hydro had it and lost it. And 1-1. Later Aid able to connect 7.2 PP. I mean, surely. Early round shenanigans. But I mean, Hydro is he's just it's the lack of 2k4 experience is showing. Like he's just I feel like he's able to put himself in good scenarios when he's in last man standing situations. He just can't really convert. And Later Aid 3 HP, and I mean literally anything will kill him. Anything. I mean, pancake him. The smallest amount of pancake damage will send Later Aid to the death realm in this one. But, oh my word. Finally, Later Aid gets dropped 2-1. Much longer than it needed to be. The man with 3 HP. Sounds like a book title or a movie title, depending. Movie or a book that got optioned as a movie. Whatever. We're on Buddy here. Buddy landing some good damage, but also taking good damage. And now he's just trying to stay alive. He definitely has somebody behind him. Buddy missing the combo. Could have been a big one, but instead Laterade able to land the shot and puts Lavak in the 1v3. And Lavak going down through the low little tunnel there and able to, I mean, get... How did that rocket not connect? Holy moly. Takes down Laterade. Has one more. Can he get this next one? Needs to land some more shots. Does hit another 70 damage. Lavak, shield gun out. Moving up. Sees minigun comes out. Gets some damage. Not quite enough. Needs to survive. Gets Raffle, but goes down. Sacred hits the shot he needs to. Puts his team tied and leveled. 2 rounds apiece. Laterade still 6.1. I mean, we're going to go on board Lavak. Or was that Buddy that I was just watching and I just can't read? Might be a bit of both. But whatever happened, great stuff. Almost able to get a huge dark horse there. But instead, Lavak gets the shield, but looking the wrong way. Eats a shot on his retreat. And now he's still looking the wrong spot. Looks like Laterade just holding a really cheeky angle. Lavak finally does land the shot. Sacred's a team killer, and shot lands. Sacred goes down. Lavak with the clutch with the assist from Sacred. And that is absolutely fantastic stuff as Lavak putting his team back in the lead. He's been on an absolute tear past couple maps. Check the scores, 5+ PPR. I mean, Laterade's at like 6+ right now. This is an absolute battle of the Titans right now. And Lavak getting aggressive here. The rocket's coming out, not finding a ton of damage. 80-some there. Headshots, Raffle gets dropped. Lavak getting a great flank, but Laterade turns around just in time when he gets shot and puts Hydro 1v2. Hydro, get your long distance hit scan out. My guy, Laterade's not going to jump into those rockets from 8 miles away. And but Hydro just stuck on a wall, stuck in the next round. And I mean, we'll go on board Laterade. He's once we get a quick second in this round, 6.8 PPR. 6.8. I mean, yeah, we're only 6 rounds in, but that means this man has consistently kept 6.8 for 6 straight rounds. This round, not going to do it. Going to drop his PPR average a lot, but maybe the space he provided can be enough. But it is looking like it is going to be Hydro Thunder Hurricanes round to lose. Dem is healthy, takes down Buddy. Huge rockets, but the combo does miss. Does look like shock primary lens. Flak ball whizzing by the ear, absolutely causing some deafness there. But minigun comes out. Dem goes down, and we are at 4-3. And I mean, we'll just back to Lavak, regularly scheduled Lavak programming. Let's be real here. We're just going to swap between these two guys. They are both trading blows. I mean, even though that round wasn't really Lavak or Laterade necessarily centered, but it's still great stuff. I mean, honestly, at this point, if you're Hydro Thunder Hurricane, you should just be calling out Laterade. Like, call out everyone else, yeah, but if you see Laterade, you just gotta call, like, Laterade here. You gotta find him on the map. He's the one who's making his team work. Or, I mean, maybe their strategy is just to focus on everybody else and just try and 1v3 Laterade every round. That could be it, too. Lavak, 24 HP. Laterade is above him. Laterade using the board to his advantage. Getting the kill onto Lavak, tying us up 4 rounds apiece. I mean, let's go back. Laterade starts off 110 on somebody. Looks like Lavak. Yeah, definitely Lavak. Took a lot of damage out of him, but eats a black ball from nowhere. Holy moly. Just using sound, just hiding around the corner, ready with rockets out. Loads up too and gets behind. And now, I mean, Larry at 1 HP, Buddy 90, and Laterade at 33. Like, this is potentially winnable, but gonna be tough. And finally, Brimstones taking a lead for the first time in a few rounds. I mean, we've been like one round apart for most of this matchup here. It has been at 180 out of Levok. Levok ends up going down, though. Sacred getting traded out, but that is not a good trade. Somebody ate a huge combo. Looks like Dem. Dem, 25 HP. Do they know that it was Dem who's very low? Does the minigun come out? Nope, just a shock primary. Great flick out of Larry. And Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Laterade just saw a combo just off. Buddy, great instincts. Laterade, very healthy. Goes down. What a shot. He got headshot and LG'd from the side, I think. Laterade playing aggressively. I mean, I can't even disagree with the play. It's, I think, the right thing to do. He was healthy. His team had a big health advantage. And, I mean, absolute animal stuff. I mean, he just got UT big flank and huge combo. And somebody's got most of their health bar gone. Sacred goes down. Levok connects on the big flank. And can he do it again? Adjusts his combo. Would have had it. Would have had it if he just stayed on the first one. But he backs off of it. And instead, I mean, they're now looking for him. Somebody, he hears the movement. He's going to get a camper soon. Needs to move. I think they heard. Yeah. Big damage out. But not enough. Laterade. Very healthy. And able to use his health bar to take down Levok there. Once again, takes the lead. And I mean, we're going back on board. Laterade and starts off strong, hits a sniper. Larry, a big combo. Laterade trying to be aggressive, gets punished, and now like they are trapped in a corner here. Goes down. LG connecting, and now Sacred last alive, 95 HP. Can Hydro Thunder Hurricane secure this tied up? Yeah, I mean, I don't think Sacred was winning that 1v3. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Laterade ate a massive combo. We're gonna stick on board Laterade, see if changing the order we're watching Laterade and Levok in for this one changes the mojo. But if it doesn't, good thing. I mean, if they keep trading rounds 1 for 1, Brimstones will win the series. So at some point, Hydro Thunder Hurricane has to be able to take 2 in a row. So far, both teams struggling to do so on peer-to-peer. And Laterade very healthy here, doing his best to survive. Very winnable. Almost every player dies to a beam, but he does take an immediate snipe, but does take Levok down. And now just 2 players left, but the shield gun comes out. They were able to avoid damage there, but Laterade now, I mean, he's looking, gets Larry jumping up. Larry just right into Laterade's welcome arms. And now, Buddy did get himself above an LG. He can afford to peek as long as Late does not headshot. And is Laterade going to look the wrong way? He's going to hide in the pillar here. I think he hears Buddy. I think he's listening. Misses the shot. Buddy now knows he was getting probably sound horde, hopefully. Gonna look behind him. Laterade taking a minute, taking a breather, and just once again, he's hiding behind a wall. Has an idea that Buddy is somewhere. Left. Gets the HP pack. Laterade now also survives a snipe. Crucially, 1 more HP than Mr. HPQ.
20 seconds.
And, I mean, oh my, if Buddy had blown up that combo, Laterade's ass was grass. Buddy doesn't shoot it, and Laterade lands the opening shock primary salvo. Buddy now in a position he has to push. He has to get a shot. Laterade knows that he is healthier, and the shot's coming out. Buddy needs to land something right now. Laterade just protecting the HP pack. Buddy drops up, and Laterade gets the Dark Horse, takes him down, knock him down, and, I mean, Dark Horse, you get another round. Let's go. Let's go. Laterade starting off strong with another snipe. And, I mean, Laterade gets hit with the camper. Gonna take some damage here, I think. Blows up the combo. Raffle also camping. Laterade kind of alone here. And now getting pushed, but somehow able to hold. The cavalry's arriving. And it looks like Laterade held on just long enough, but it is still a 2 versus 2. But the health bars are in favor. Never mind. health bars are in favor of Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Lavak is low, but Hydro Thunder Hurricane is 1v2, and the LG comes in. Lavak taking down Dem, I believe, Raffle, last alive. I cannot remember. Things happening so fast. The brain can't keep up. And holy moly, we've got a absolutely fantastic one. Let's go. Lavak now pushing in, trying to just survive, fighting. I think that was later aid. But now Dem at his back. Get the LG or the shield gun out and get out of dodge. Lavak able to stay alive. Crucial for his team's chances. I mean, and they're already down. Well, now they're tied in players. But Lavak getting some damage out gives them a one-player lead. But now needs to find... Dem goes down. It is just later aid. Later aid 1v2. Everyone low in the server. It's going to be a big one. It's just a matter of can they get the damage out. And Lavak finds the rat in the sewer. And later aid goes down. And Hydro Thunder Hurricane wins the second round in a row that they've been needing to give them the other side of the 1v1 trade. And they are 2 rounds away from reverse sweeping Brimstones. Later aid, somehow those rockets hit absolutely nothing. Hydro goes down early, and later aid able to not get flanked. Lavak goes down, and now it's a 2v3, a fully healthy later aid, just moving in with link gun, shield gun gone, and both players trapped in a small little corner of the map. That is not... Somehow Larry just stayed behind the pillar the entire time. And Sacred does end up... That was... I can't believe what happened in that round. That was amazing. But back on board with Lavak and starts off, but he takes more damage, unable to trade successfully. Lavak now looking for HP, looking for any shot he can, and needs to move. Finds somebody, gets some damage onto later aid, but he is hurt. Lavak needs to get out of there, gets the shield gun out, and moves on. But gonna be tough. Later aid very healthy. They need to find some damage. Lavak missing his shots so far. I mean, it's looking like this is going to be Brimstone's round. Hydro last alive. He is his team's weakest link right now, and all of a sudden,
Blue team takes the lead.
Brimstones 1 round away from preventing the reverse sweep. Hydro Thunder Hurricane, now is your time. You need 2-round victories, and a headshot coming off onto Dem right off the bat. Later aid takes a snipe, and the move comes in. Later aid going through the hallway that I don't know what it's named, but I mean, later aid taking some damage, and all of a sudden, it is just on Dem, who got headshot right off the rip. This is likely to be 9-9. I mean, Hydro and Buddy are both really healthy. Just run at him with miniguns out. You know he's low. You headshot him right off the round. Who was not calling this? But they're playing like he is a full HP target. I mean, I guess it's good to be careful because they're also missing like every shot. The core somehow just above the head, and still, I mean, Dem expecting the movement to actually be good, not quite connecting. Finally, Hydro hits a shot. We have ourselves a 9-9. I mean, is it plot armor time? 5.9 PPR. It's got to be plot armor time. Let's go. 5.9 PPR. Can he carry his team to 1 more round, preventing the reverse sweep? Well, let's go on board. Let's go later aid. 9-9, 2-2, winners bracket finals. Everything we could have hoped for, and it is starting off very poorly. Sacred down to 20 HP. Needs to try and like hold on and get whatever damage he can get out. Later aid not finding anything now and kind of in a bad spot. Does hammer back up to a reposition. And his team is crumbling. It is looking like, I mean, if Hydro Thunder Hurricane doesn't make a massive throw and Buddy comes in flanking later aid, takes some damage out of him. Sacred still 20 HP. It is later aid and Sacred against Lavak and Hydro, but the health bars have swapped. I would give the advantage now to Brimstones. They need to find somehow Sacred 20 HP has still alive in this round. Later aid remains. I mean, I would not want to. He's going to get behind here. Hits Hydro. And I mean, now 100%. Let's go. Somehow Sacred still alive. Lavak. What? Hits the shot onto later aid. Later aid now backing off.
Levac, Later Aid, 1v1. Both players die to an LG. Let's go.
30 seconds left.
Combo comes out, doesn't hit. LG missing. Later Aid and Levac both know where the other is. Later Aid gonna move around, gonna go into the little cubby hole, the fan hole, and he's gonna move up. I think they hear each other. They're looking. LG doesn't come out. Health pack goes to Later Aid, still at 67.
5, 4,
he does
3,
win if he
2,
can just take this to
1.
OT. He will die slower than Levac. Levac is thinking he is healthy. He is not. Levac misses. Later Aid gonna start running. Needs to just stay alive. Levac thinks he's healthier. Levac thinks he's healthier. Later Aid is going to bleed him out. Levac needs to. Levac hits it. Levac hits it. Later Aid just had to be patient, but he didn't know either. And Levac completes the reverse sweep, taking down Brimstones, sending them to the lower bracket. And what a series! Hydro Thunder Hurricane completes the bracket to grand finals as the 1 seed, taking it down 3-2, losing the first 2 maps, and then absolute barn burners the next 3, taking us back to a 3-2 reverse sweep. What a fucking series. Let's go. I can't say enough. Everyone's just playing fantastically, really. Like, you know, outside of like scores being whatever they are, huge series. Great performances from everybody.
10, 9,
oh,
8,
holy shit,
7,
I am tired
6,
now.
5,
Anyways,
4,
thanks all for
3,
watching.
2,
Check out any
1.
other casters. Later Aid's casted a lot. Ready, Set, KO. Whoever else has casted maps. Got a couple more series left. Another loser bracket series. And then loser bracket finals after that. And then we have grand finals. So let's go. Once again, this has been a production of UT2k4 TAM League Season 16, hosted by UFC Unreal Fight Club. Check them out on Discord. And until next time, take care, y'all.